What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, coming to y'all with a quick video. I'm just going to talk about the playoffs today, and I watched the first game for all of its entirety, and I'm disappointed to say the team that I thought was sweep, the Orlando Magic, has already made me wrong, as they already lost one game, and it ended up being game one, which I didn't see coming. 122, I believe, to 110, a 12-point lead. Orlando was the better team in the entire game. They got off to a good start. They was able to continue to keep it going. The Bucks continued to make runs. They continued to come at them. And Orlando had the answers. They had confidence. They had bravado. They had swagger. And they really felt like they can compete and beat this team. And they went out there. They didn't show it. They did it because they actually did beat the Bucks. And if you're a Bucks fan, this is a game that you should be disappointed in because Orlando just looked it better all around in that whole 48 minutes. Even when the Bucks made a run, I never felt like Orlando was about to lose the game. And you shouldn't be saying that about a team that's the number one team in the NBA, number one defense, and all these stats that people continue to bring up. None of that mattered because Orlando was able to put that to rest. So when I look at the Bucks, I thought they was going to make a statement. I thought they was going to go out there and show why they the number one seed, why they should be the favorites to win it all. And instead, they proved everybody right. And honestly, it sounds bogus, but it's true. They proved the doubters right. They proved why everybody picks the Lakers. They proved why everybody has been picking the Clippers to beat them in the finals if they get there. And now people are trying to go with Toronto over Milwaukee. They lack urgency. They're a little bit too predictable offensively. Giannis has been able to be contained by Orlando, which I would have never thought. I thought they had nobody that can stop or guard Giannis. Giannis looked tentative. He settled a lot. He passed up a lot. And if the others are not going to make shots, if they're not going to make plays, then a lot of it's going to be one-on-one Giannis and Middleton. And you will live with that just because you have to pick your poison. And you rather see Giannis go one-on-one, you'd rather see Middleton go one-on-one than having everybody shooting wide open shots and dunks, layups, and threes. And that's what Orlando did. Steve Clifford is an excellent coach. I liked him when they picked him up. I liked him as a defensive mind for multiple years, so I'm not really surprised about that. But the Bucks never really felt like when I was watching the game, this is how I personally felt. I never seen the Bucks even just have a little anger towards them. It seemed like they were just playing the course of the game. It seemed like they were just playing the game, just going through it. And they just never had that push. They never had that urgency. They just never had that fight in them. They'll go on a run. Then they'll be relaxed. And then they'll be comfortable. And you just can't do that when you go against teams in the playoffs just because you're going against the best teams in the league. And it only gets harder the further you get down the road and the further you get as you continue to win your series. And if you're going to come out like this and you're going to play this type of basketball, it's going to be tough to win the title. And that's why I'm saying that they're proving a lot of people right with the type of way they're playing. And the Bucks, it seems like teams starting to figure them out. You get 82 games to play against a team. The Bucks rested people, they added people, they traded people, and now it seems like the NBA is starting to figure out how to guard, how to defend, and how to approach going against the Bucks. And it feels like the Bucks haven't made enough counters throughout. To be honest, the last 5 months, they really just look like the same team that they was ending the season with. They look like the same team that they was playing like in the season games. They don't look like they care about being the best team. They don't look like they care about making a statement. They just look like another team going out there playing basketball, and that's not what you want to hear, and that's not what you want to see if you're a Milwaukee Bucks fan. And I'm not saying that they're going to lose the series. I'm not saying that they're going to get put out in the first round or the second round. I'm just saying that this Bucks team doesn't look like they really care about being the NBA champions. They don't have that championship blood in them because they haven't even got to the finals. They don't have that championship DNA because they never have won one. They have to earn these things. They got to do these things. And if they're going to go out and play like they did today, they're not going to get it done this year either. And people have been saying Giannis, his team isn't good enough. Middleton isn't good enough as a sidekick. But Giannis is a part of the problem. I told you guys that last year when I look at them being up 2-0 against the Toronto Raptors, and then they up in game three with a chance to go up 3-0. Then they lose game three. Then they lose the next three. That's just unacceptable. And Giannis is a part of that because he is the defensive player of the year to people. He is the MVP to people. And if that's the case, he shouldn't be having these problems. But he continually have them, and he's a part of the problem that the Bucks have. We gave him a lot of love. We gave him a lot of credit. He's been an all-star voter and everything, but you still have to get the job done. You're the franchise guy. This is your team. You're the most valuable. You're the best defender. You have to go out there and win a title in Milwaukee. And if you don't, I'm not saying that he's going to be a coward for leaving. I'm not going to call him out for leaving and joining the super team, but we don't forget about this. We don't, fans don't forget. His haters not going to forget, especially. And this is just going to be a part of his legacy. If he can't get it done in Milwaukee and he does leave, people are not going to forget that. And that's something that's going to be on the back of his mind if they do get eliminated before they get to the NBA Finals. And if they do get to the finals and lose, that's going to be something in the back of his mind. And that's going to play a part of his decision. But once you're in the NBA, you're videotaped, you're recorded, and your career is documented. And this right now will be a blemish if he can't get it done. And this was a team that people felt that they was better. They felt that they made the right decision letting Brogdon go. They felt like this was a better team than last year. And now they're not even playing to how they was playing in the beginning of this year. And that's just unacceptable if you want to be known as a champion and an elite contender. And I wonder if this loss will wake them up. I wonder how they're going to play the whole series because I had them sweeping Orlando. I had them trying to go out there and just make a name and just show them that we here. And they did the complete opposite. They laid an egg, and they was getting beat pretty bad in the second quarter. And when they did make their run, Orlando just felt like they was another team. They didn't get feared. They didn't make a lot of mistakes. They just went back to executing their offense, making plays, and they was able to pick the defense of the Bucks apart. And it just wasn't a good look for the Bucks on the offensive or defensive end. They just look like a fourth seed. They don't look like the best team in the NBA. They just look like a great team. And that's not honestly good enough to be a championship team. So we're going to see how this series play out. I'm already wrong. I'm already a little shocked to see the Bucks come out like that. I'm shocked that they lost by double figures, and I'm shocked the fact that Orlando, without Aaron Gordon, without Jonathan Isaac, and a lot of people, they just went out there and just played a game, and they was able to beat it pretty decisively. And honestly, they looked like the better team the whole entire 48 minutes, which I would have never thought was possible until I seen it today. They outplayed the Bucks on both sides of the court throughout the whole entire game. And nobody would have guessed that coming into this game, but it ended up happening. So the Bucks got to get it together. And Mike Budenholzer, this is his job to rally all the guys, to get them motivated, to figure out what he has to do to get this team to go back to how they was playing in the beginning, in the middle of the season. They ended the season wrong. They came in the season games wrong, and they went into the playoffs the same way. This is not a good look for the Bucks. And honestly, I didn't have a win in the title anyway, but I put a lot of pressure on Giannis because of everything he received this year when it comes to accolades and praise. But if he don't get to the finals, I'm gonna lose a lot of respect for Giannis. And I told this to people before the season started. There's no reason why Giannis shouldn't make it to the NBA Finals this year in the Eastern Conference. When I look at the Raptors, when I look at the Celtics, Philly, Indiana, when I look at this team, I look at their coach, I look at the best player in the conference is Giannis. And if that's the case, and he's the best defensive player on the best defensive team, there's no way that they should be losing the game to Orlando like they did today. And if they don't figure it out, they won't be making it to the finals. And if that happens, I'm going to look at Giannis a lot different. I'm just him. And it's only going to get tougher because a lot of teams in the East are catching up to the Bucks. They don't fear the Bucks, and Orlando proved that today. And if that's the case, Giannis may never get to the finals. This is his best chance. No KD, no Kawhi Leonard, no LeBron, nobody in the East but Giannis. And this is what we seeing from Giannis and the Bucks. So to me, it's devastating. I don't even can imagine how the Milwaukee Bucks fans feel about this loss. it was a pretty decisive loss at that. Not a good look, but I'm going to end the video right there. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Like this video and share. That's a small thing you guys can do to help support the channel. The more people that see it, the more people it can reach, the better it's going to be for me. And if you enjoy the videos and you love them, continue to watch, continue to subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, I got over 1,000 videos, whether it's season preview, playoff predictions, discussions, top 10 lists, NBA breakdowns of players, legends, and rookies, and summer league breakdown, and summer league coverage, plus draft coverage. And I do it every single day. So if you love basketball, you can't live without it. This is the channel for you. Other than that, Quinn Wade, basketball analysis, I'm gone. And I'm looking at the Bucks, and I'm looking like not a good thing, not a good look. Quinn Wade, enjoy the rest of y'all day.